I served as international director for 9 years with the mission organization, and during those years, my responsibilities were to work in projects of Christian community development. In one particular project that I remember, I had 3 men from that team from Gulf Shores United Methodist Church with me, and Dr. Roberto and Monica Contreras wanted to take us to an area of Atacucho where we were going to begin to work in development. And they said, "Sherrill, you have got to go with us to Atacucho. We're going to begin working there, and you have got to meet Lady." And so we loaded up, we made the trek to Atacucho in a very, very poor area. And I said, "How are we going to know Lady?" And they said, "Oh, you'll hear Lady before we even meet her." And I heard this voice singing, "Caminando en la luz de Dios, caminando." And it was, we are walking in the light of God. We are walking in the light of God. And we turned the corner, and Monica looked at me and she said, "That's Lady." And Lady was out there with a group of children following her, and they were singing. And when Lady saw us come around the corner, she stopped and ran up to me. I didn't know this woman. And she said, "Hermanita, Christian sister, you are the answer to my prayer. Thank you for coming." I had no idea what she was talking about, but little did I know that that introduction would take me on a glorious adventure and experience of the power of prayer. We walked past one house, and Lady said, "Look at that child." And a child was behind the bars on the window of the home, behind a padlocked door. And Lady told us, she said, "These children need to have a safe place. We need to get them out from behind locked doors." And she walked us over to probably the poorest, worst piece of property. And she said, "Let's pray." And she began to pray over that piece of property. And what she told us through that prayer, where we saw the land, she saw a 6-story daycare facility. The team left the day after, and little did I know that those 3 men would go back to their church, and over the course of the next 3 years, they would raise $120,000 to have that daycare built, and over 200 children were housed. Development is slow, but so are the answers to God's prayer. It takes time, but it doesn't mean giving up. It means to fervently continue to pray. And through the Unshackled campaign at Trietsch United Methodist Church, I feel Lady over my shoulders. And I hope that Lady's represented to all of us, because I believe she would speak to the church, to all of us today, and she would say, nothing is impossible with God. And just think in 3 years' time how we may be the conduit to answered prayers to build a greater kingdom in the world. Lady says, keep going, keep praying.